Good morning, guys. Getting a late start to the video this morning, but that's okay. It's just after 10 a.m. Just had the morning meeting, so figured it was a good time to go ahead and start talking. I have been up since the time I took Duncan to school this morning, and been pretty productive this morning. I've actually got a video that's already uploading right now. I finished it up last night. I think I wanted to make sure everything was okay with it before I uploaded it. Not quite as in-depth as it probably ought to be, but whatever. Going back to that old Casey Neistat adage, you have to put stuff out there. If you struggle for perfection, I don't know the wording or anything, but if you're constantly striving for perfection, you'll never put anything out there. So I've gotten more into that mentality lately of let's just go ahead and get this done, get this published so I can move on to something different. I say as I reach out and weirdly close a door with a foot. But today it is Friday, which means that it's about to be the weekend, which is awesome. It's also apparently what they're calling dogs with dads at Ellis's daycare. So when lunchtime comes around in like an hour and a half, something like that, I'm going to head over to his daycare and have a free lunch, I guess. There's also a meeting with the people from work. There's some sort of an interview for my manager's position, and I'm probably going to end up having to miss that because I'm going to go spend time with my kid instead. I'm okay with this. And I've learned a super valuable lesson. For a long time now, I've been trying my hardest to use Google Keep for everything note-related, anything like checklists that I want to keep track of. But for whatever reason, Google Keep does not have the option, as far as I've seen, to be able to do checklists with layers, so nested checklists. But what I've noticed is under Gmail, there's a tasks section where you can go in and create a task list of things to do. Bunches of task lists if you want to. Unfortunately, there's no real way to centrally manage all of those. There's just like using your Gmail account to manage it. But I've managed to create a task list of videos that I need to make or videos that I'm working on. So I've got one for the Ring stick-up cam, one for the Pioneer head unit in the car, which is just becoming comically dated at this point, and one for the treadmill desk. And basically for each one of these items in the list, I have a sub-list of different things for that video that I need to do that I can check off one at a time. And strangely enough, at this point, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 videos ahead. How did I do that? How did I do that? I think the most I've ever been ahead before was like 4 to 5. But yeah, 6 videos completely done. One of them ready to go live here in about an hour and a half or 2 hours. And a lot of other videos still to make. I stand here as I look at the pile and yeah, overwhelmed. But we can do this. We can definitely do this. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, today is Friday, which means that I do have to work on my news video today. So I have gone ahead and started getting my stories in order. That's the other thing I've been doing this morning. I've pared it down from 34 stories to 26. This week was, of course, the Apple WWDC event as well as E3, which means there's just a buttload of stories. But I think a lot of them that I'm going to talk about are just going to be very quick one-liners. I think that'll work out. It's still working out really well to not be scripting these weekly news videos. It just takes a lot of time to put them together, which makes me question and kind of worry about the longevity of this. Maybe I'll have to just really pare it back. But it's so impossible for me to even consider paring it back because there's so many amazing things going on in the world. Maybe I'll start doing it more than one time a week. What I really should have done this week was I should have done an Apple recap, like a WWDC event recap, and then an E3 event recap, and then everything else that happened, like OnePlus launching their new phone, the Android developer preview being updated. Those things would be in the weekly news recap, and then I would have 2 other videos. But we're getting back to that point where I have entirely too many videos to make in too little time. And I keep coming upon it. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make that video. The real problem here is when you open the box, I've only just opened the top of it here. But it starts off with this thing here, and then there's like, you have to actually dig everything out. So you kind of need to have the camera overhead to be able to see all that. I really don't know. I mean, I guess what I could do is probably just take the table out and have it aiming down. But at that point, you're going to get this really wide angle view of everything, including all of the mess. And yes, I know I can clean up the mess. I just haven't yet. Maybe that's what I need to do this morning. But I've got other stuff I need to do for the day job, so I'll probably ought to dig back into that for a little while before I go to see Ellis. And we're on the way, heading over to Ellis's school. I don't even know what to expect, but I'm not going to turn down a free meal and a chance to spend time with the baby. I did take just a little bit of time this morning, in addition to doing stuff for my day job. Went out back and captured a little more footage of the Ring stick-up cam. For whatever reason, I had not captured the actual installation of the solar panel, so I just very quickly took it off, put it back on. I'm figuring for the video, I don't really need to show drilling the actual screws into the wood. I can kind of imply that. And it is kind of modular enough that basically you just put in the stand or the mount or whatever you want, and then just stick whatever it is to it. So in this case, we stick the solar panel onto it, we stick the camera into the wall mount, and then plug the USB cable in. And I got footage of putting the camera in place, putting the solar panel in place, and plugging it in. Now I've just got to go back and finish things up by showing off a demo of the app and giving some thoughts and impressions on it. Just sort of a review, but not exactly a long-term, I've been using this for 6 months kind of review. Hopefully I can finish that video up soon. There he is. He's in his little jumper. I'm having my lunch. He just noticed I was in here. Ellis. I gotta go back to work. You're having a fun day though. So we'll see you in a while, okay? Quite a little while later, I've made it home. Actually, it's later because we had an interview. I had to leave Ellis's school kind of early because of that. It went pretty well. So, as I was leaving, they handed me a stack of stuff. Apparently, Ellis has been making these in daycare. So, he made a little Daddy's biggest fan for Father's Day, and those are his little handprints. And Daddy, you bowl me over from Ellis with his little footprints as the pins. It's adorable. And a plate that is a bold-faced lie. Daddy is king of the grill. And I don't even know if you guys know this, but I don't grill, but it's Father's Day 2016 from Ellis. I don't know if any of these things will end up sticking around. The plate may, I don't know. It's one of those things where you get so many of these kind of things over the years, you don't end up keeping all of them. But this is the first one, so we'll probably hold on to this one for at least a little while. And actually, as an update to the stuff I was talking about earlier, you probably can't really see this very well, but this is an extension I found where you can actually take a look at your Google tasks in a separate tab. And it turns out you can do that anyway. It's just kind of ugly by default. This extension makes it a little prettier, a little bit more easy to deal with. There's your default list, and here's my video list with all the tasks that I've done checked off and everything. Very nice. If I can remember, I'll try to remember to put that in the video description, just a link to it. But it's basically, I went to the Chrome web store into the extension section and searched for Google Tasks. And that was like the second one that was out there. It just takes the default Google Tasks page, which is like mail.google.com/tasks/canvas. And it makes it look better because by default it's kind of ugly and gross. And from the look of it, I would not be surprised at all if Google would just take it away, because that's what they do. They abandon projects and make these projects that people love and then take them away because they don't have time to devote to them. But Tasks is going to help me get a lot of stuff done, I think. And it is the end of the week. Everybody is home. And Christina had a package delivered earlier from dftba.com that says on the outside of the package what it is. Apparently they do like a listing of what goes in the package, then they sent. So my Father's Day present apparently arrived, but I am super surprised. Hi, Duncan. What do you have? Secret? What's this? It's blue. What is it?
Just say Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Can you hold it? Ah, it's a Good Mythical Morning shirt. Hooray! What? And there's a matching one. We get to be super matchy-matchy.
You should get one for Mommy.
And we should get one for Ellis.
Yep.
They have super baby sizes. He's
No,
jealous. He
they
said,
don't have
"I
baby
want
sizes."
one."
Or I would have gotten one, but
Do you
no.
hold this?
Ellis is wearing something different than when I saw him. When we all saw him earlier, he apparently had explosions all day.
Not throwing up.
Not
just
throwing up, just like vomit a little bit, spit up
and
pee.
peed on his
All
clothes.
of the pee. Get him. Get him.
But since this is yours and Duncan's thing, is to watch
GMM.
GMM.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay.
And it's a blue shirt. It's not black.
Yay!
Say yay.
Yay! Well, that's just neat.
You opening up the, aw. It's a little chair for a little dude. It's like a little high chair.
It is a high chair.
Because it is a little high chair.
See?
But
And
it's
this.
something I can see putting him in that at like a soccer game.
Yeah.
Although we're not going to be going to any of those.
Baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Snap this on, and you can eat. And I'm not going to get. Oh, I got the time.
She's figuring it out.
I'll figure
It's
it
just
out.
going to take an hour or two. Or 12. Or 16. There we go. I figured it out.
It's a little chair. It has a little carrying bag.
Yep.
This will be very handy for lots of things.
It's got a strap too. It's supposed to have a strap. You can strap it to stuff.
Oh, yeah. Supposed to.
There you go. So now you can strap him onto chairs and tables and airplanes, llamas, motorcycles.
What? You're not putting my baby on a motorcycle.
And put him on the back of a motorcycle.
You don't have a motorcycle.
Put him on the front of a motorcycle. Look, we have made it back. We're coming to this little outlet mall, the whole family. We gotta pick up a Father's Day thing for Christina's dad. And he's just in such a good mood. Had a nice little nap. I'm checking all the shoe stores looking for, again, 10.5 very wide shoes, because that's the same size her dad wears. Not quite as wide as I wear, but still pretty wide. And same issue that I have, nobody has them. Unless you buy exactly the same pair that I have, which is probably what we're gonna do. And you know, I had to do it. Ended up going off on my own and spending money. Never can resist a good sale. And our trip is complete. Chocolate acquired, shoes acquired, baby sleepy.
The lady in there was also talking about how much she liked the stroller.
Yeah.
She was like, I hate the one I have. I was like, well, we like that one, so.
I don't know if you can see it up there, but there's some hot air balloons up there. Neat.
There's some stuff.
They're a little teeny tiny up there, but they look big to us. Oh, there's more and more. There's 4 of them up there. Christina keeps seeing more of them and pointing at it. Cool. Not something you see around here very often.
No.
And hooray, we are all home. And Ellis even woke up. And Ginger, when she can stop hacking, is apparently ready to play. Ready to play? Oh. Yeah.
She never wants to play.
Yeah, no. It's really rare, so we have to capture it.
Yeah, I know, because she's getting old.
She's super old.
But she's fast.
She's fast for like 3 or 4 throws, and then she's done.
She starts hacking.
And Ellis just sitting there staring me down, just so happy. Hey, everybody's here.
So big. Look at them shorts. Don't you look good? Mwah. Do you miss Grandma and Papa? Huh?
I don't even know what's going on. We are on day 12 of 21. I think we're cardioing tonight. Woo! Cardios. We did it. We did it. We are cardiofied. And it was horrible.
So we're more than halfway done.
And it's still terrible every single time.
But this is not something that we're going to do forever. This is our jump start to
This is to build muscle and to increase cardio and lung capacity. And then we'll get back into like running and maybe P90X or I don't know, something else, anything else.
Just, I don't think that 7-minute workout, that's not enough.
Well, it's not enough, but you're supposed to do it multiple times. You start doing 7 minutes, then you do 14, then you do 21. And most people, I think, would stop at 21.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're doing the same things over and over again. The one thing that's nice about a work routine like these is that you do something different every day.
Yeah, I like
you do
that.
repeat, but you still...
You work different muscles.
I'm so tired. Can't hold camera. And that is where I'm wrapping it up for tonight, guys. Gave Ellis his bottle, diaper, sleeper, everything. Got him to bed. Everyone else was already in bed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this edited, rendered, and uploaded. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you again tomorrow. Long day tomorrow. Bye, guys.